Hey everybody, Captain Dan from the Florida Fishing Couple. I'm here today to talk to you a little bit about bait. As you know, live bait is everything here in the Keys. It's probably everything most places you go. But the hardest part about bait, because it's so expensive, it's hard, it's time consuming to get, and then when you do have it, the hardest part about it is kind of keep it alive. And most of you probably have one of these, which is what we use pretty often. But the problem with using this is the bait doesn't last very long. If we're lucky, we get a day, maybe two if we're very lucky, before they start dying off. I caught some bait the other night and I put it in one of our other pens, and sorry to say, same thing happened. We wound up losing most of it. As you can see here, this is the result of using the pen. All those beautiful baits that I caught are gone. We need an alternative to this because this is not working out. The bait's too expensive. It's too time consuming to get. When I need the bait and I want to go fishing, I need the bait. I can't come out here and be surprised. So we're hoping that we found an alternative, and it's called Ready Bait, and it's made by Dockside Marine Products. We're gonna unbox this baby, we're gonna put it together, and then we're gonna test it over the next several days to see if it keeps our bait fresh. And if it does, it'll be a home run. All right, so we're gonna unbox this thing. It comes with directions, got a nice QR code. QR code leads you to a short video of how to set it up. But the setup is so easy. It's a 38-gallon self-contained professional Baitwell that comes equipped with a heavy-duty air pump, and you could use it on the side of your dock or anywhere that you can get fresh water flow in, and also it has an overflow to go out. Setup is going to be quick and easy, and I'm looking forward to putting it off on the side of our dock, and hopefully it's going to keep our bait alive and well and save us a lot of time, energy, and money. All right, so we set Ready Bait on top of 3 pretty sturdy pieces of wood. It's optional, but I did it because I wanted to keep it up off the cement. We get a lot of rocks and stuff and didn't want to get it all scratched up. And I wanted, like when it rains, to let the water just be able to flow underneath it instead of pooling around it. The next step is to get everything out and lay it out. This will be a filter bag that will go on the pump. Here's what I meant by self-contained. It's all one piece. It takes a simple 110, so no problem, no special electrical or anything like that to get it going. And we'll have to measure out this hose, get it down to the water line, and then eventually when we get it all set up, we'll plug it in and get rolling. We got the hardware that's going to go onto the hose. Get the pump out. We got the bag, which is a filter bag, and we're going to put this baby together. So we got a quick release for the hose and a clamp. Okay, the next step is to take this filter bag and place it over the filter so it doesn't suck in a whole bunch of junk and garbage, and cinch it down tight over the pump itself. This will stop any debris, seaweed, you know, all the stuff that would get caught. So the next step is now to get this pump lowered down and to size the hose for the depth. I'm going to lower it down a few feet and give it an opportunity for the tides. Probably cut it right around here, and then we'll put the fitting on. It's a quick disconnect and quick connect, and we'll be good to go. All right, so now that we've got to properly size the hose to the depth of the water, I'm just going to quickly put on a clamp. This is the disconnect, the quick and easy disconnect. Take the screwdriver, a little Phillips, and just clamp it down. Just want to make sure it's on there. Now we got to do the discharge hose. As the water comes in, obviously it discharges out, keeps the bait nice and fresh. We're going to have to cut the drain line just to the appropriate length. So however high off the dock you are, then use a real sharp knife and just cut it to wherever you measured it out to. So the next thing we do is just throw it over. Now all that's left to do is to just plug it into a GFI outlet and let it do its thing. So we got some bait in there that we put in, and we're going to see how they do over the next day or so. But the real test will be, we're going to try it tomorrow to go out strictly for bait for pilchards and try to keep them all week long as we try to go fishing during the week. And we'll see what the mortality rate is. This versus the traditional pen, and that's what it's all. That's where the money meets the road, right? Whether or not the mortality rate is the same, higher, or lower, and that's what we'll be testing out over the next several days. Follow me, it's going to be pretty interesting. All right, everybody, it's been 2 days. We put about 50 or 60 shrimp into the ready bait, and there's also some pinfish in there. So we'll see after 2 days what the mortality rate looks like of those shrimp and those 2 pinfish. And as you can see, there's a few dead ones in there. Not too many. I would say probably 1, 2, maybe 3 dead ones. So after 2 full days, we put them in on Saturday. I could see one there, there's another one over there, which is to be expected. I mean, I wouldn't expect a 100% survival rate, but if we were going to go fishing today, we still have plenty of shrimp in there. The majority are still alive. There's one dead one there, but one live one. You want to keep the livey, get rid of the dead one. See a couple more down here. It's interesting to note, I wonder if the pinfish actually are attacking them at all also, because we have a couple of pinfish in here who can get pretty aggressive. What we're going to do is we're going to clean out all the leftover shells, maybe they shed, and then we'll continue to monitor over the next couple of days how many actually continue to die. There's one more down there I see. All right, that about cleans it all up. So right now we have 100% live rate. All right, these shrimp are so lively. This guy jumped out. That's a good sign. So now in between today, which is Monday, and now we'll check again tomorrow, and we'll see what we lose overnight, and hopefully none. So now that we've got it completely cleaned up, 100% or the dead ones are out, the rest of them look pretty healthy. And then what we'll do is we'll try to get pinfish next, put them in there, do a test with the pinfish. I'd really like to do a test with pilchards, and then a final test with Ballyhoo to try to keep some Ballyhoo alive. So follow me, so far so good. All right, it's day 3, and want to go check to see how they're doing on day 3. So obviously the pump is still working, which is great. Lift her up. It actually looks great. So I see a few empty shells. Don't forget, we've got a couple of pinfish in there that are probably getting hungry. We've got plenty of very healthy, good-looking shrimp. So day 3, a success. Day 4, and we want to see how well they're doing. And actually, we're going to take them out today and do a little fishing. So we're probably going to get rid of most of the shrimp, and then maybe try to get some pilchards and try a pilchard test next. So let's go inside this ready bait and see how our shrimp are doing. Wow, looking very good. I don't see any dead ones at all. They all look really good. And there's even a couple of pinfish over here on the side that are looking bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. We're going to give them a little, just to see how they're, yep, look at that. Okay. I would say that this is a success. You can keep bait really fresh. So far it's day 4 and they look great, but I can't keep checking on them every day because now I got to use them. So follow me. We're going to do a little fishing today. Here we go, boys and girls. All right, that's the way that's done. I'm gonna put this cover on so they don't want jumping out. Sure beats having to try to go to the bait shop today to try to get bait. All right, we're heading out a little solo today. We got a twofold mission. Mission number 1 is to catch some fish. Mission number 2 is to try to pick up some pilchards, some bait fish, so that we can test their longevity and their mortality rate with our new ready bait. So we're gonna head on out, follow me. I think it's gonna be a very interesting day, no matter what happens. Oh, all right, there's a mangrove. There's a little mangrove snapper. Nice. He's probably just about legal, but not for me. He's got it right in there. Perfect, nice. All right. Time for another box of chum. We finally got the fish in. Now we gotta keep them in. I think there's some 20 inches down there. Got a brand new chum block out there. Got some Ballyhoo out there. Got the hoop out there, but they were avoiding the hoop. Ballyhoo are coming in, but they are avoiding that net like the plague. All right, we got a couple. Yes, sir. Probably about 5 or 6, so that's really awesome. Bingo! That's the way to do that. All right, so we picked up 5 nice Ballyhoo. We're gonna put them in the other bait well to try to keep them alive as long as we can. Everything's scattered when I pulled the Ballyhoo. Everything is gone. But I got the brand new chum block out, and I know that they're gonna be coming back. So here we go. I think it's gonna be a great afternoon. All right, so we've been catching ballyhoo one after the other. These are the ones that we're gonna put in the ready bait. Probably got about maybe a dozen already. We don't know if a dozen would be too many for the ready bait, but we're gonna give it a shot and see. We'll put probably maybe half a dozen to a dozen. That'll be a real test, because they're probably about the hardest bait to keep. And if you can keep ballyhoo alive for a few days, that would be a home run. So we're gonna keep doing this. There we go, there's another one. And pound for pound, these guys fight like crazy. Well, what we want with these guys is the big. Well, we'll put them in the ready bait tonight and we'll see how it goes. Fish on, fish on. Oh, it's a yellow jack, nice. Oh man, I've been looking for one of these all day. Finally. Stay with me, buddy, stay. Yes. Exactly what we were looking for, right here, perfect size. Slice them up for sushi, he's gonna be amazing. Some nice sashimi for me. Elizabeth's gonna love it. I've got shrimp on the bottom. Not one of my favorite fish, by the way. The old grunt. Probably took my best shrimp that I had all day today, look. Thanks a lot, Mr. Grunt. Another grunt, not a bad fight for a grunt. At this point, I'm just feeding them, so it's time to head on back, I think. Meet me back at the dock, where we're gonna go put in all of our ballyhoo into the ready bait. Follow me. We've got the ballyhoo in there now. So we'll see how it does over the next 2 days. If we get 2 days live out of this, that will be sufficient. Tried to get some pilchards today, but couldn't. So got ballyhoo instead. We're gonna work the ballyhoo, see how that goes, and then after that, the third one will be pilchards. All right, so it's been a full day, and we're gonna go check on the ballyhoo and see how they're doing. Hey, look at this. Look at this. They are alive and well. Looking actually pretty great. Huh. Okay, I gotta say, I'm pretty impressed right now. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yep. 8 ballyhoo still alive, and the shrimp are still alive. So anyway, very good. Let's go. Tomorrow is another day. We'll check them again tomorrow and see how they're doing. Okay, it's day 3, and for the ballyhoo, and I haven't looked at them yet, but I got to tell you that if they're alive today, or even if we lost 1 or 2, that would be absolutely great. That'd be a game changer. If day 3 is good, I consider this a huge success. So let's go check it out. Oh, there they are. Every single one of them, alive and well, and the shrimp that I left in there to either feed them or just to see how the shrimp would do. Not a single shrimp is dead, and all of the ballyhoo are alive and well. So I could take these now this afternoon, put them in my Baitwell, and be ready to go fish, and not have to worry about finding bait. We're gonna take it down now. We're gonna get rid of these baits this afternoon when we go fish, and then we're going to try it next with pilchards. I want to load up that ready bait with pilchards, and then we'll see how long they last. And if they last also, then we have a 100% game changer. And well, all I can say is follow me. Let's see how the rest of this goes. Well, we're catching some pilchards tonight, and we're gonna put them away. We're gonna try to save them for as many days as we can. And we're gonna check out our new ready bait. So we got the chum bag out behind the boat, and we're just kind of chumming them up and using a little sabiki rig. We're expecting some really good weather later on in the week, and I want to be ready with the bait. Oh, hence the term ready bait. Tonight they're not as thick as they have come in before. Kind of cold tonight. That's why it's so important to keep your bait fresh, because when you can get them, but then you got to be able to keep them. And like I say, tonight is not like I went out maybe about a week ago, was able to throw a cast net and just black everything out. But tonight they're just not in that thick. So it's really more important to kind of keep that bait fresh as long as I can. So this way when the weather does get better, just take the bait out of the ready bait and boom, go fishing. There we go. We're gonna add another one to the box. Oh, there's another one. Nice. Boom, right in the box. Good, perfect, right in there. Okay, this is too big. This is not what we're looking for. This is a snapper. We're gonna go back. But yeah, we do not want this guy. Don't want him. He gets to go back. This is what we're really looking for. This is tonight's catch. Target fish. Right into the live well. So it's about getting time to get home. Elizabeth's waiting on me for now. I think we probably picked up about maybe 2 dozen or so nice, decent pilchards. Got 2 really nice lady fish that are about maybe 8 to 10 inches long. I think they'll be a killer for some sailfish out there or anything offshore. So we're gonna head on back in a couple of minutes and get these into the ready bait, and we're gonna see how it does over the next couple of days. In the meantime, follow me as we get on back and we set this thing up. I picked up about 4 dozen pilchards last night. It was not easy to find them last night, and that's why it's so important to kind of, when you find them, to keep them and keep them alive. And so put them in the ready bait last night when I got back, and got up this morning and came down to check them to see how they were doing, and 100% survival rate. So far, 100% survival rate. If I was going fishing today, then I would have 4 dozen pilchards to go out in the afternoon or the early evening. Don't have to worry about going to catch bait. As you guys saw, the Ballyhoo, they were doing great. In fact, they were frisky when I threw them back. The shrimp, they would last forever. And the pinfish that we had put in there, actually they were eating some of the shrimp, so they would have lived forever. They'd still be alive weeks later. So far, this ready bait thing is absolutely a game changer as far as keeping bait alive locally. A couple of days, we're gonna check it, and then we'll finally do our wrap up, and we'll post this video. You guys will be seeing it soon. Okay, everybody, Captain Dan here. We're down here again for the, let's see, today's, I guess, the 3rd day you would call it for the pilchards for the ready bait, and gonna be a surprise for me as it is for you. And let's see what our mortality rate is today. Well, we have 100% of those pilchards are alive on the 3rd day. So 100%, look at them all. They look great. If I can keep bait alive for days at a time, I mean, these will be great. I can take them out and go get mahi. I can go get mutton snapper. Just have them in my bait well and then bring them back. If I don't use them, put them right back in here. And if these guys are as alive as they are right now tomorrow, then this is a home run, a game changer, and something that I'm going to highly recommend. So we've ditched the pen and instead came across a product called Ready Bait, made by Dockside Marine Products. This thing has performed magnificent. We've been able to keep all sorts of bait alive and well for an indefinite period of time, just about. Shrimp, we've kept pilchards, we've kept even ballyhoo and pinfish. Every bait that we use down here in the Keys has been staying alive in our ready bait for days and sometimes even a week or more. We got to the point where we were actually throwing the bait back when we had to leave. Excellent, excellent product. Would highly recommend it. Sits off the side of your dock or anywhere else that you can access water, and continuously flows. And I would highly recommend this product. The link is in the description below. Can't wait to get back out fishing. I've got pilchards in there now, and they're about to be used for the day. Ready Bait by Dockside Marine Products. Give it a shot. Pretty heavy.
Be some shit if I just accidentally dropped the camera in the water.
You know what? Couldn't hurt it. The camera sucks already. Take the screwdriver that I don't have with me, and I'm very impressed. If we were gonna go.
I opened it up, they're going berserko.
Proved itself to be a magnificent. What's even worse is that the chair keeps on going back and forth. I came across, get rid of that. Came across breaker.